Okay, here's an update of the Canyon Springs Railway. I am in the process of putting in signals. Signals are very expensive, and I'm not an expert on electronics, but what I've done is made them pretty easy to understand. They're controlled by all the switches, and the color based on main line and yard. So I'll just see if I can. Here we go. And they're turning out quite well. I've had some issues with some of the tortoise machines, but I've managed to figure out how to get around that. And down below here is the panel lights, which I will put together once they're all done. I'll start working on the panels. This section here also is the elevated city area. That's the train station in the background there, and then some backdrop buildings. And continuing along, signals into the yard, exiting the yard. This is as far as I've gotten so far. I had to order some more. And they've arrived, so we'll carry on with this as we go. Now, they're kind of nice. They're fancy. I got them online on eBay. Here's what they look like up close. If I can get it into the focus. There we go. They look nice. I stayed with silver with the black mast for all of the main line, and then tried to make sure that I stayed with the same type. Now I've had to do some stuff with these ones. I've had to paint the back of the light with some liquid mask or liquid insulation for wires, black, to keep the light from bleeding through, because no one wants to see the light from the pack side. That worked out great. I didn't have to make a. And here is the extension, and then into the trestle that is now completed, or 99% completed anyway. There's the waterfall in the background. It turned out nice. The rocks, extra rocks that were put on. The trestle itself, stained. And my recommendation for anybody building a trestle, build the trestle first completely before you stain it. I had a hell of a time putting on the stringers and the extra supports onto the stained wood. I had a hard time finding glue that would actually glue it, but I managed to get that done. Foundation, you can see the water running down. Get up a little closer here. I might add a little bit more water in some of those areas. It looks like it kind of sunk down quite a bit. And down into this area, which isn't quite finished yet. I'm building a bridge to go across this gap here. That will be worked out. And the white mountains for the snow, I'm thinking that later on I will do a dusting of snow over top of everything, just to show that it's winter, because is going to be late fall winter scenes. So certain areas of the layout will be colorful, other ones will be covered in snow. This was going to turn into my ski resort. I haven't finished it quite yet, but getting there. This section in the front here is where the ski lodge will go, parking. I'm thinking of putting a bridge down into the town, which is down below here. There's one of my scratch-built stations. Sorry, scratch-built station. And I've worked on the staging area is now in production. So in here is the staging underneath, you won't see any of this, but I will have access hatches to it. And my millions of gallons of wire everywhere. So far we've got it going all the way around. I just have to do this very, very front section here to connect it. I'm thinking that I will do 2 bridges with the drop down scenery to sort of take away the fact that it's flat. But underneath you can see the track in there. It goes around. There's 3 staging tracks. One really long one, it ends over there. And then it comes around and it will cross in front on this extra module that I just made. This module will have a station on it and maybe an industry as well, just to give it something to do down here. The track will in behind those posts, circle back, and down the front there'll be 2 tracks, so there'll be a siding as well, as this layout doesn't have a lot of sidings. But even though it looks like double track, which I'll just show over here, it's kind of easier to see here. It shows that it's double track, but really it's 1 track going and 1 track coming back. I've used the whole room as a helix because I didn't really want to take up the room in the corner to put one in, but that's how it looks. And then the branch line down below here, and there'll be another trestle here. Also, I will cut into and redesign this one module here that will drop down. It'll continue along here into a tunnel, come out, and then there will be a barge scene at the end here where all this junk is, and then there'll be a gravel pit up in that corner there to show, and that will join onto the main line later on. So yeah, that's coming along. This is my refinery area, and it's going to be a fairly big one. Not super big, but big enough to handle at least 24 cars at any given time. And then a cement plant here, and the rest of the industry I haven't actually decided on. So that's a quick run over of what we've got going on. I will continue. I was working on my turbo train, and I will do a video of that turbo train now running. I had to do quite a bit of work on that one to get it going. It's been in the box for 14 years, so I was very happy that I got it running, and it runs not bad on this layout. And then this here is my Canyon Vista passenger train. I will do a video of that running. That extra paint, orange, added some people into some of the dome cars. Custom auto carrier for your travels, and then custom painted the engines to match the cars. So that's the E6s. They originated as a Union Pacific. I stripped them and then repainted. So yeah, that's it for now. Okay, bye for now.